Welcome back to Time News TV. Today we bring you the latest updates on celebrities who sadly passed away. Join us as we look back on their lives, their achievements, and the legacies they've left behind. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a story from Time News TV. Francis Chouat, born on December 20th, 1948 in France, was a respected historian and politician who played an influential role in French public life through his long career in politics and governance. A dedicated public servant, Chouat's journey in politics reflected his deep commitment to economic and social progress, as well as his belief in pragmatic leadership. Chouat began his political career with the Socialist Party, PS, which he joined in 1995. His expertise and interest in economics led him to serve as an economic policy advisor from 1999 to 2002, where he contributed to shaping strategies for national development. Over the years, he earned a reputation for his thoughtful approach and his ability to navigate the complex intersections between policy and people's everyday lives. In 2012, Chouat succeeded Manuel Valls as the mayor of Évry, a significant commune in the Île-de-France region. His leadership as mayor was marked by efforts to promote urban development, strengthen social programs, and enhance the city's educational and cultural landscape. His tenure reflected his dedication to community welfare and his belief in progressive yet balanced governance. Before the 2017 Senate elections, Chouat parted ways with the Socialist Party and later joined La République En Marche, LRM, Emmanuel Macron's centrist political movement. He was elected to the National Assembly in 2018, representing Essonne's first constituency. In Parliament, Chouat served on the Committee on Cultural Affairs and Education from 2018 to 2019, and later on the influential Finance Committee from 2019 onward. Mícia, born on June 18, 1955 in Portugal, was a renowned Portuguese fado singer celebrated for her deep, emotional voice and artistic versatility. A true polyglot, she performed not only in Portuguese but also in Spanish, French, Catalan, English, and even Japanese, bringing fado to international audiences in a unique way. Her mother, a former cabaret dancer from Catalonia, played a major role in shaping her musical identity, inspiring Mícia to blend traditional fado with elements of tango, bolero, and European cabaret. This creative mix introduced instruments like the accordion, violin, and piano to accompany the Portuguese guitar, giving her music a distinctive and modern edge. Her career took off with her self-titled debut album, Mícia, released in 1990, at a time when pursuing fado was considered an unconventional path. Despite this, the album gained significant praise, especially in France, for its poetic depth and emotional delivery. It included lyrics by traditional fado writers and some of Portugal's greatest poets. Building on this success, Mícia released Fado in 1993, featuring works by acclaimed writers such as Sergio Godinho and future Nobel laureate José Saramago. In 1995, she released Tanto Menos Tanto Mais, Less is More, which fused classical fado sounds with violin, piano, accordion, and harp, an innovative combination that earned her recognition as one of fado's most forward-thinking voices. 3 years later, her first U.S. release, Garras dos Sentidos, Claws of the Senses, solidified her global reputation. This album showcased lyrics by both historical and contemporary Portuguese poets, with special contributions from writers Agustina Bessa Luis and Lídia Jorge. Throughout her career, Mícia was celebrated for preserving the emotional soul of fado while expanding its artistic horizons. Her ability to merge tradition with innovation made her a central figure in the modern history of Portuguese music. Mícia passed away at the age of 69 after a battle with cancer, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire fado lovers around the world. Oldřich Janota, born on August 27, 1949, in Plzeň, Czechoslovakia, was a celebrated Czech singer-songwriter known for his unique fusion of folk music with minimalist and experimental elements. Over the years, he became a distinctive voice in Czech music, admired for his poetic lyrics, introspective themes, and innovative soundscapes that often blended acoustic instruments with pre-recorded tapes. A rare approach in his genre, Janota studied journalism at Charles University in Prague, where he graduated in 1975. That same year marked the beginning of his musical journey when he started performing with Jakub Noha. Their collaboration evolved into the formation of the band Pentagram in 1977, alongside several other musicians. Pentagram's music reflected Janota's growing interest in experimentation and his desire to push the boundaries of traditional Czech folk. From 1978 to 1983, Janota played in another influential band, Mozart K, which featured guitarist and sitarist Emil Pospisil and saxophonist Jan Stolbe. Their work was noted for its rich musical texture, blending Eastern and Western influences with thoughtful lyricism and improvisation. Janota's style during this period showcased his philosophical depth and artistic curiosity, earning him a dedicated following in Czechoslovakia's underground music scene. Even after stepping back from mainstream performance, Janota continued to shape Czech music through his writings and recordings. In 2009, to celebrate his 60th birthday, a tribute album titled Straceni ve světě, a tribute to Oldřich Janota, was released, featuring 17 tracks by various artists inspired by his work. His lyrical legacy was further honored in 2015 with the publication of Kytaru s Palmu, a collection of his song lyrics that revealed the poetic and meditative nature of his songwriting. A year later, in 2016, an 8-CD retrospective box set titled Ultimate Nothing compiled his works from the 1970s to the present, showcasing the evolution of his musical journey. Oldřich Janota passed away at the age of 74 after a short illness. His legacy endures through his deeply reflective songs, experimental spirit, and the profound influence he left on Czech folk and alternative music. James Seward, born on August 11, 1951, in the United States, was a respected American politician and community leader, known for his long and dedicated service in New York State politics. Over the decades, he built a reputation as a committed public servant who worked tirelessly for his constituents, particularly in the areas of energy, telecommunications, and insurance policy. Seward began his political career at the local level, serving as Milford Town Justice, and later as chairman of the Otsego County Republican Committee. His involvement in Republican politics was extensive. He attended the Republican National Conventions in 1976, 1980, and 1988, and served as an alternate delegate in 1996. Known for his steady leadership and deep understanding of local concerns, Seward earned the respect of both colleagues and community members. In 1986, Seward was elected to the New York State Senate, marking the start of a distinguished legislative career that spanned more than 3 decades. He became chairman of the Senate Energy and Telecommunications Committee, where he played a significant role in shaping energy policy for the state. In 1999, he was appointed chairman of the Senate Standing Committee on Insurance, reflecting his growing influence and expertise in state affairs. Seward's leadership roles continued to expand. In 2007, Senate Majority Leader Joseph Bruno appointed him as Majority Whip, and in 2011, Senate Republican Leader Dean G. Skilos named him Assistant Majority Leader on Conference Operations. Throughout his career, Seward maintained a reputation for principled decision-making, even when his votes reflected controversial positions, such as his opposition to same-sex marriage bills in both 2009 and 2011. In his later years, Seward faced health challenges. After first battling bladder cancer, he announced in November 2019 that the disease had returned. In January 2020, he revealed he would not seek re-election, choosing instead to focus on his health and family. James Seward passed away at the age of 72 from bladder cancer. He is remembered not only for his political achievements, but also for his unwavering dedication to public service and his commitment to improving the lives of those in his community. Wolfgang Riem, born on March 13, 1952, in Karlsruhe, Germany, was a renowned German composer and music teacher whose influence on contemporary classical music was profound and far-reaching. Widely regarded as one of the most significant post-war European composers, Riem created an extraordinary legacy with more than 500 compositions spanning operas, chamber works, orchestral pieces, and vocal music. His prolific output and deep emotional intensity made him one of the most celebrated and respected figures in modern classical music. Riem first gained international attention in 1974 when his composition Morphiny premiered at the Donaueschingen Festival. The piece marked him as a fresh and daring voice in the world of contemporary music, combining the expressive depth of composers like Gustav Mahler and Arnold Schoenberg with modern, experimental techniques. His approach stood in contrast to the rigid avant-garde movement dominated by figures such as Pierre Boulez and Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, signaling a move toward what became known as the New Simplicity, a style that emphasized emotion, accessibility, and individuality over strict structural formality. Throughout his career, Riem's music evolved to encompass an astonishing variety of styles, from deeply lyrical works to complex and abstract soundscapes. Despite his constant experimentation, his compositions remained marked by emotional directness and philosophical reflection. His operas in particular showcased his ability to blend intellectual depth with raw human feeling, earning him acclaim across Europe. Beyond composing, Reem was also a dedicated educator. As the musical director of the Institute of New Music and Media at the University of Music Karlsruhe, he mentored a generation of composers who would go on to shape the future of contemporary music, including Rebecca Saunders and Jörg Widmann. His contributions to music were widely recognized, and in 2001 he was named an officier of the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres in France. Reem also served as composer-in-residence at prestigious festivals such as Lucerne and Salzburg, where his works continued to inspire musicians and audiences alike. Wolfgang Reem passed away at the age of 72 after a short illness. He leaves behind a monumental body of work and a lasting influence that continues to resonate in concert halls and conservatories worldwide. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently revealed that he is dealing with a significant abdominal injury that requires surgery. The injury involves a tear in his abdomen, which has caused part of his intestines to push through the muscle wall, a serious condition that demands surgical repair to prevent further complications. Johnson shared that the issue has been affecting him for some time, and after consulting with doctors, he plans to undergo surgery soon. Despite the seriousness of the condition, he remains in stable health and is maintaining a positive attitude. Johnson continues to stay active and is taking all necessary medical precautions under professional care to ensure a full recovery. In addition to his physical health challenges, Johnson has also been very open about his struggles with mental health. He has spoken publicly about his experiences with depression, describing times in his life when he felt deeply overwhelmed and hopeless. By sharing his story, Johnson hopes to encourage others, especially men, to talk openly about their emotions and seek help rather than suffer in silence. He believes that breaking the stigma surrounding mental health is essential to creating a more compassionate and supportive environment. Even while dealing with his abdominal injury, Johnson continues to inspire fans around the world through his resilience, honesty, and determination. He has reassured supporters that he is focused on his recovery and remains committed to his ongoing projects in both film and fitness. His transparency about both physical and emotional health challenges is helping to raise awareness and promote strength through vulnerability, reminding everyone that even the toughest people can face difficult battles, and that healing begins with openness and support.